Somewhere out there, there's a frog in a pot that's about to boil you. And you could very well be that frog. Let's talk about it. Yes, the frog in the pot will not hop. And it's a reason why the frog in the pot will not hop, because hopping going to require some insanity. Okay? It requires a certain level of insanity for you to hop away from satisfaction. Okay? For you to hop away from contentment and go to uncomfortability. Okay? That's going to require a certain level of insanity. I'm going to call this insanity, for the lack of better terms, I'm going to call this insanity consistency. Yes, consistent individuals have a certain level of insanity. They've made the choice. Okay? And what does this mean? This means that consistency is also a commitment, a continuous commitment to yourself. Okay? What am I saying? I'm saying that you're going to have to demand consistency from yourself. You're going to have to demand yourself be consistent. Okay? Because if you leave it up to yourself, if you leave it up to yourself to get up the next day without this alarm, okay, without any outside sources to wake you up, if you leave it up to yourself, I'm sure you've noticed you will sleep in. Okay, you will very well be late to whatever the next engagement you have on this following day. I want us to understand that it is easier for us to be the warm frog in the water. Okay, it's going to require some insanity from your own self. So you're going to have to commit. Yes, we commit into ourselves. If you want to indeed cultivate a certain level of consistency, you're going to have to first begin with commitment. Yes, commit to something. Okay, it doesn't have to be a large thing, but commit to something. Even if it's a small thing, commit. Even if it's just doing what the army does, such as making your bed before you exit the room. Okay, that level of consistency, that level of commitment, okay, is going to reward you mentally and spiritually when you get to lay back in your bed. Yeah, you ever walk into a made bed and just laid into your bed? Okay, that's a certain feeling in you, okay, that's coming from the dopamines you are receiving from being consistent. Okay, you are rewarding yourself for doing the very thing that you knew you had to do. Let's be consistent. Okay, now how do we cultivate a certain level of consistent? By being committed. Okay, what are some things we can do? Let's commit to small things. Okay, just small things wherever you are. Let's commit to getting home at a certain time. Wherever you are, let's commit to leaving the office at a certain time and not going into an overcreation mode. Yeah, sometimes you got to stop yourself from creating, because you would keep creating, especially if you have a creative mind. Okay? Commit. Okay? Commit to finishing things. I keep signs around my office, and one of them says, "Finish everything." Why? Because I know as a creator, right, that I can begin on several projects, right? And although my ratio is higher now, I remember times having a mindset of beginning several projects and only finishing two. I had to cultivate commitment. I have to be committed to the end goal. I have to be committed to my self-worth. I had to be committed to generational wealth. Commit to something. This is going to assist you with consistency. Okay? Consistency is something we must demand from ourselves. Consistency is not going to be offered to you from the world. The world isn't going to demand you to be consistent. In fact, when they realize you aren't consistent, okay, people are going to distance themselves from you no matter what it is. If they see you not posting consistently, okay, they won't follow you. Okay? If they see you not showing up, okay, they may not engage with you. If they see, okay, you aren't consistent enough, okay, to behave according to your brand, okay, to practice what you preach, to walk in the things that you are selling, offering, and delivering, then people won't be buying it. Consistency requires commitment. You're going to have to be committed to the value mindset. Okay? You're going to have to be committed, okay, to my experience. If you are indeed selling me something, a product or a service, you're going to have to be committed. Okay? Let's work on our commitment if that's something that we struggle with. If consistency, if something we struggle with, are we starting and stopping? Okay, let's question our commitment. We'll get to the root of the problem when we bring to the surface what's going on within our mental real estate, within our mindset. Okay, because this is leading to a certain mind state. Okay, nevertheless, until next time, let's get rich.